Hi guys, welcome back to a video. And my cleaner's just been, so I've just had to fluff around a bit. I'm the best cleaner in the world. I have a new addition to the channel, meat stick. I've got even better. I've got a talking stick. I'm going to show you in a minute. You're going to be so jealous if you're autistic. Anyway, final results of my shelf. I only added one thing. I'm very proud of myself. That strawberry milk ceramic thing. It's complete. And over there, look how much nicer it looks. It just looks more. I'm actually doing that white candle up there. It's going to be dipped like these ones. I did them. I use Mod Podge and then dip it in glitter. So that's going to be gold because, you know, he's a man. So let's make it masculine, make it gold. And then basically my new additions as well is up here. See? So I've got like a king and a queen. I found them. The actual thing that I actually thought of in my head existed in real world. It's like, wow, I'm impressed. So anyway, it's great when you don't drink and smoke, and I can't have takeaways because I've got gastroparesis. It doesn't work. It just bounces back up. So it's nice because I get to spend money on other special things. But guys, I encourage you to make your space. I'm going to open this a bit more. Make your space. And even this, if you've got disability, have a weekly planner. Okay, it's so important to have a weekly planner. I have that, and all the appointments and staff and all that get written down there because I don't remember. I never will remember. It's just never going to happen. Look what she did here. She cleaned everything. So sparkly. She did really good today because my room was focused on. I love it when it's my room focused day, naturally, because I'm stuck in this room a lot. So, but I've got another talking stick. I used to have other talking sticks, which is those ones up there. If anyone's been watching me long enough, you'd know that. But this one, it's not for children. It's for adults, actually. The only thing is, when you want to turn it off, it's like hard. Anyway, have you ever seen anything cooler? Well, the ones that have bubbles are cooler, but anyway, we won't talk about that. I'm just going to get that little bit. That's the problem. And I have to be careful because photosensitivity seizures, you know. Like, I'm always in the small percent of everything. Anyway, I'm going to show you more areas, but first 2 seconds, I've got to balance this thing. I was going to make it go off again. Gosh, I was wrestling with it. I was literally wrestling with it. Okay, so I'm just going to roll out my sensory rug because she's mopped my floors. She's awesome. She's disability aware cleaner, if that makes sense. She actually cares, and she's a cleaner. She understands the struggle of disability, which is always good. Headband. What do I look like today? Okay. I don't know. Let's go. More and more. I am not tall enough. Guys, having trained to cure and failure to thrive, it sucks. Okay, there we go. Right, so this is another area of my bedroom that I recommend if you're autistic anyway, is I have a sensory rug, so it's extremely soft. I also have a sensory, this is where I come if I'm about to have a meltdown. I come in here and then just decompress, it goes away. You don't have to, if you are not autistic and you're looking after autistic, just leave them be. They have to learn to regulate themselves, and we do. If you leave us alone, we do. But this, sometimes it'll stir it up in the air. It's distracting. It's cool, it's soft. This one actually cold, cool. Anyway, but yeah. And then I'll bring my music in here because it's dark in here, look. Well, I've got all the lights on, but Normally this is a very dark place because being an apartment, this is my special clock. How pretty is that? It's multicolour numbers. I love numbers. Anyway, I love numbers. Should have worked with the numbers. They're better than letters. I have dyscalculia though, but that's okay. Aussie Osborne was dyslexic. Amazing. But yeah, like this is kind of my little quiet place. It's dark because it's an apartment. There's no windows, which I don't mind. The bathroom functions very well. This is my bath. Disability safe bath for seizures. Empties quick. I don't have to feel in houses that we've been in before. It's very nerve-wracking to, same with when I was in the pool one day. I was like, oh, pre-ictal. I got out. I said, sir, I need to go up now upstairs. And we got here in time, but I had to jump on the bed, soaking wet, literally. I didn't even get time to dry myself. So this is a safe bath. You sit in it. You never lay down. It's not a lay down bath. So anyway, if you were disabled, speak to your OT, because certain disabilities and certain things like seizures, that's a safety bath. So, and the new addition you might not know about, I have added a Kmart, what's it, Big W? Oh my goodness. It's the Kmart or Big W fan to go directly on me, because even though I'm postmenopausal, I still get these hot flushes, but also I have fevers and infections I can't get rid of because they're too cute. So that's the thing. Why are the candles off? Who turned off candles? No. Oh. Okay, I'm going to change the colour of this. This changes cut. This is from Kmart. It's cheap. It was $20-something. Oh, that's my colour, isn't it? Yes. Let's leave it that colour. And also another change that I've made to my bedroom is... okay, it's hard work. This is my disability stand for iPads, phones, for me to lie down and be able to do things. This is how I edit. It's so much easier. It means I can actually be a person who does a job. They don't pay me enough though. That's the problem with YouTube. They don't pay. It's almost like you're doing it for free, really. But you know, disability is hard for even working people. I've got the best disability lawyer in Australia. She's the best well-known disability lawyer in Australia. She herself, when going food shopping, has asked to be served because she's blind. She can't do self-serve. And they've been like, no, you'll have to get your support worker. She's like, no, because see, she works. She has the technology to be able to work and use that technology to work. It's like, it's not inclusive, is it? It's so rude for the things that she does for the community, for disability, the most vulnerable. And people are just like, corporate, like, nah, not going to serve you. What kind of society are we becoming anyway? And there's a big fine for an agency too in Queensland. That's why a lot of agencies won't take me, because I'm a 2-to-1 for some people, which is actually accurate, but reality of getting that in the system, that's why Sir really most of the time will buddy shift people. It's just how it's going to be. I'm so medically complex, I scare specialists. So but we are going to find registered nurses to work with him, and then hopefully to the point where he can step away and have some fun. He needs a break. I need a break. We both need a break. He needs a break. He's burnt to crisp. He's like crispy chicken. You know when they overcook it and you go, ew, I don't even want to eat it. It's so crispy. The poor thing's that crispy. So anyway, I try to be self-sufficient, but we're hiring at the moment. We're trying to go find the right people. I need people that have a certain criteria. It's a bit like the autism rules. You're allowed to have your criteria. Well, they have to be like this and they have to be like that, as in belief systems, or because everyone has a different attitude towards disability. And choice and control is NJS. When I was in welfare, there was not as much choice and control, and I'm not saying that it always works, because people will always try and control us because we're disabled. It's still happening, but I'm just saying, like, you do have, just don't forget you do have it. You've got choice and control. So anyway, I've just got not much criteria. It's very simple. Things like, I want you to be of some kind of religion because it's very important to me. I want someone that fosters my independence, but at the same time helps me so I don't overdo it. So yeah, anyway. And also someone who is used to Perth, not just new to Perth, so that they can understand how to get me around and where things are, and that takes the pressure off Sir. Otherwise, the pressure goes back on him. Then it's pointless. What's the point in hiring someone, right, if he can't step away? So take a look at this. Look, all my stuff that I could ever possibly need. In here is licorice, because that's a daily thing. Hair lackeys, all sorts of things. So I do recommend a station like this. I got my alcohol wipes to keep things clean, my chewies, lip balms, even lip gloss, fidgets, anti-nauseas, glasses, remote controls, medicines. I've got to take some medicines. All right, so let's take some medicines because I didn't take my Frushima while my cleaner was here because I have to keep going to the toilet all the time because it's a fluid tablet for when you have, your heart isn't doing the right thing. Okay, the line is the top. So Sir's had to go off and do the food shopping and the chemist run. Yep, another chemist run. Don't know how much this one's going to cost. Take a deep breath. All right, so I'm going to take this. So how is everybody? All of your names. I wish I could rattle them. Oh my goodness. Man down, man down. I got him. Okay, so let me get this set up. I'm going to chug it. Right, we got this. How do I do this? I've got my wrist thing on because it's sore. And I know I look like a dork, but I'd rather no pain and look like a dork. Not that it's no pain, but my version of no pain is under 5. 5 or under. 5 or under to me is like, wow, this is living, Barry. Unfortunately, I have to live at a high pain because I'm allergic to opioids. I'm grateful for that though, because I'll probably get accused of being a drug seeker. So don't really care. But it is difficult with pain and I'm chemically sensitive, so tramadol drops for children work well for me. 22Q. I pretty much am the size of a child, guys. Like, it's just, it's real. And it's a struggle. I don't know if you've seen Shauna Ray, but relatable. So for me, things have been tough. I'm experiencing a lot of cognitive changes the last maybe 6 weeks, or is it more? I don't even know. I'm starting to get massive states of confusion, and of course we know my oxygen isn't good, and it's just crazy waiting for oxygen when the NDIS got to approve it, because what happens is if you get rejected in the West Australian health system, then the NDIS is meant to do it. It's all government, just do it. But until I get supplementary oxygen, my brain's being damaged and affected. But anyone who's disabled knows that this is the drill. I'm serious, guys. The more serious disabled you are, the more you will realise that there is no adequate supports in the sense of medical care and all of the things that we need. It doesn't exist. They are used to the stock standard simple things that they're used to. And you step out of that and they're like, yeah. And then of course I don't want to spend the money on YouTube, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so I went to the disability discrimination group. We were listening to their proposal, which is my disability lawyers giving to the government. And it's exciting. I have my fingers crossed that more disability things, like even we joked about going to the hospital and we have to park at sometimes St. John of God and wheelchair me across to my hospital, and it's a long path and the branches were overhanging and I was like ducking, And I was just laughing about it because autistics are like that. We just go with the flow. And he's like, no, this is bad. This is disgusting. This is 2 hospitals here. And the pathway was totally, and he mentioned it because someone at the obviously it's like a focus group for disability discrimination, someone had ended up with scratches and whatever from branches on pathways because of their wheelchair going on the pathway. It's not okay. That's the Shires. They're not doing it. Hospitals. Would you think a hospital does it? Do you know that the hospitals are the most ableist places you could ever go to? Crazy. Anyway, and I can't access everywhere in Perth. No, not every facility. I have to ring ahead and find out if it's wheelchair accessible. I know there's a lot of assumptions that it just is, and 85% of wheelchair users can walk. Remember that. And don't diagonally walk across disability car parks because we do want to pull into them. We don't want to hit you. But anyway, let's just hope that things change and we get more and more awareness and education. Education's key. I mean, they can ignore it though. The main thing that they discussed was it needs to be policed. There needs to be consequences, whether it's re-educating or educating from the beginning or just enforcing it by, you don't do this. I mean, we've been to the hospital like that and we get to the door and the specialist realizes that my wheelchair won't go through the door and it's like, and I have small wheelchairs because I am petite. So the OTs get me small wheelchairs. It's like, imagine, I've seen people who are not failed to thrive and full grown adults. I am not. I'm not physically full grown, guys, like legit. And it's difficult. I should be still at the children's hospital because of my size. I don't know how they get through hospital doors. And then they've got to move chairs and it's this big drama and it's like, don't you expect us to be here? It's 2025. Anyway, a lot of things will be happening. My wheelchair we're ordering on Monday. I'm sure that'll take a long time as well. It's probably going to come from Melbourne on the slow train. Anyway, it's all going to happen. I have decided, because this cool YouTuber gave me this cool idea. She does pink and red nails and alternating fingers. I was like, girlfriend, that's cool. So, you've started a trend. I'm going to give it a go. So I've got a red and a pink. So I've sat them here to remind me to do it, but I've got old nail polish on I've got to take off first. And the nails are short because I did file them, but then one broke like quite close to my nail bed and I'm like, ooh. I have, with my EDS, I have very thin skin, brittle nails, and my hair is brittle as well. So it is difficult. Like, EDS is quite full on, isn't it? You know, we underestimate, I know I do having 22q, I underestimate all of my disabilities from 22q because I get so gaslit into being, it's 22q. It's like, yeah, but there's so many diagnoses after that because with every DNA block that's missing, there's something broken. It's never ending. So nothing much has changed around there. Oh, hang on. What has changed though? Here. Anyone else into collecting plushies, let me know. I know some of you do. Look. It's full. So I've taken everything out of around the rooms and all of that to put it there. And I think it's perfect. I love it when I'm in the bath. I'm always like, hi guys. Unless that blanket up there I put to cover it with these little, I've got these little gold and miniature to pin it up so that when I'm washing my hair in there, if I'm really not doing good, I have to be desperate to wash my hair in the bath because it's just not as easy to rinse off, is it? But this bath is amazing. It's got a shower head that you can pull out, which I so need to wash my hair, and then the tap as well. So I can't say enough about this. And then if you're setting yourself up, those rails are the best in the world. You've got them both sides. a lower one, a higher one. These, I can't do it. I'm going to need a carer and a man to do it, or someone. But they actually, you push it in and you can lift it up against the wall for cleaning or whatever you need to do. So it's pretty cool. I'm out of breath. And I haven't decluttered here, but I've hung up my Disney bag. That's the one I picked. It took me a long time to pick. I was not sure what to pick. So anyway, I love my bathroom. It's a special little place to hide away sometimes. I do enjoy that. And out here, this is what Max has done to the popcorn bag. Let me show you. Max, do you want to explain yourself? He's having a sleep because he's been playing with the cleaner. Haven't we? Yes, he's not even responding. He has been playing with it. He loves the cleaner. She is lovely. Right. He's that small. You think he's a puppy. How did he do this? Look at that. He just rips in front of you like, he's cheeky. I'm telling you. He's just, let me just make it open. It's meant to actually, this is actually for cats. It's a cat's pillow. It's meant to stay open so they can hide in it. And what have you done to it? Max. Now I'm losing my headband. So yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. There's nothing really that's changed. Have I shown you the final? I think I have. Oops. Oh no, let me go around. Let me see if I've shown you the final. It's exhausting walking, but it's good for me. And I did my physiotherapy this morning. I know, good girl. I am doing so well with it, but guess what? I shouldn't be. Breaking the rules from what the cardiologist said. But I know that if you don't move your body, what happens? But my oxygen is going to 85, 84. And the other day when I was doing physiotherapy, it went to 80. Now this was gentle movement. This isn't like aerobics, like, oh, you know, for an hour. No, you're talking 10 minutes. 80. I wasn't out of breath. I didn't feel anything. A little bit of confusion, yes. That's why I think this confusion thing I keep getting is my oxygen drops, because when I wear the pulse oximeter, we're having oxygen drops all the time. Speech as well happens. So anyway, I found this is a Christmas ornament, but it's now a forever ornament on my dining table. I don't know if anyone knows my design before, but I get a lot of Christmas ornaments that are forever ornaments, I call them. They don't look Christmassy. Not just for Christmas. So anyway, this is my table setting. I love eating dinner at the table. It's a tradition, basically. But this is my love heart, the recent one. I love her. So she sits there, pride of place. But yeah, we do sit here when we want to. And then, of course, we've got this bench working so well. I'm so glad I did that. So glad we did that. If you're in an apartment, these are very cheap. You can adjust it by just adding things like a handle, and then it's something to hang something from. The drawers, you can add a handle if you want to. I am so glad I bought that. It is helping the function of, because the kitchen's an L shape, and it's wonderful. Like, this is an amazing top level SDA apartment, and this just adds so much more working space for cooking and preparing, and especially when, you know, apartment living is good, but when you add another carer in, and you've got Sarah and me, and just between the two carers, like Matt and a carer, it can get crowded in this kitchen. I think any kitchen's like that, isn't it? But it's a big kitchen, and we keep that as the focus, because my bed, which is our bed, kind of is our lounge room as well as our bed, because we don't have the money for a lounge suite that reclines or is really comfortable for me to come out, that supports my back and neck, because my spine is in an absolute mess. Bone on bone in many locations. It's horrible. It's horrible. I need an orthopedic surgeon as well. But of course I don't want surgery, but neck, I can end up paralyzed if I don't get it done. It's great, isn't it? Healthcare in Australia is great. So, yeah, everything is still the same. I mean, I've changed the officey stuff a little bit. I've added my photo of me there, and I've shown you that in there to add some French look to it because I really like that. And over here, I'm loving this. I'm so glad I did that. That's a really nice. Shein is awesome. It's awesome. And I'm telling you guys, at Kmart, these candles are $12, remote controlled. And they actually look like real candles, the way the little flame goes. And it's just, gives an ambience of like calm and peaceful and nice. So yeah, everything has been going well. I'll take it back to bed, 2 seconds. So yes, that is an update on my house. Now I have to lay down. So let's get this camera set up for you guys to come and speak to me. Okay, so what's been going on? Well, we've been speaking to the delegate for me for NDIS. As you know, in the last video, there was a call. My support coordinator is wonderful, being a registered nurse, because she's getting in there and she's like, the needs need to be met. That's one of their needs. So we're getting somewhere. It's very difficult being rare because, once again, they pick up your paperwork. There's a lot more to read than if you just have one condition that they're used to reading about that others have. When you're rare, it's lots of specialist reports, lots of different things to look at, and they don't have time to read. It's not an excuse, but it's the system. It's the system. We all know it, and we hope it improves, but they don't read it. And we spend thousands getting OT reports as well done of functional capacity and all of that. And that takes our time and energy to go through what we need for our disability to equalize us to function as much independently, right? That's the goal for some of it, which is very vital. I'm all for independence first until you can't, right? Until it's not safe. So, yeah, we've got the wheelchair and all the rest of it's still in process because she hasn't even sat and read my stuff. I know, 10 months. It's going to be 11 soon. So I do think the end is near. But then the problem is hiring staff when people are thinking it's almost Christmas. And getting registered nurses is not as easy as just being able to get any support worker. But any support worker, they are nervous medically with me. And that's fine. Because Sir can't be here all the time. It's just not practical. I don't have other informals, as you guys know. That's not fair on him. I need staff that I can say, I've got my independence with that staff member to help me to live, and he needs to be able to step away and have some time for himself that he has not had for 6 years straight. He has been having to, well, pretty much 10 years actually, because 4 years before that he's working from home. It's been a long 10 years actually. So that's all. You've got to interview the person, and you want to make sure that they're also happy to work with you as well, and like we never have that issue. People love our environment. People love us because we do banter. We have to have a sense of humor in here because it's life and death every day. So having a sense of humor, even though it's sometimes dark, is essential. So yeah, it's in process. We've approached a few registered nurses, and we will try and create 2 to start on sort of tandeming rosters, as in like, doing a chunk here, chunk there. And with being me with autism, I need to get familiar with the person. It's not that we're antisocial, guys. It's just someone's got to become familiar. If they're not familiar, there's so many barriers. Like, we don't know how they communicate. They don't know how we communicate. if we have a meltdown and they overreact, that makes it worse. You know, because it goes away on its own. You don't need to intervene with most autistics unless they're a child. Children don't cope with meltdowns naturally. They don't have a toolbox. They don't know what to do. That's why they need to be taught. But, you know, at the end of the day, that is important, is people just getting to know who you are and focusing on living your best life, because my life is short and I'm not going to sit there and, I don't know, listen to the support workers' stresses. You know, I'm not into that. There really needs to be that, you know, it's very difficult to be my age and not really allowed to be alone. Like I am now, shouldn't be happening. This is due to the system, because hiring support workers with most agencies, they won't take me because I'm medically complex, and they don't have the insurance for that. I understand, don't blame them. That is totally understandable, because the risk factors of me dying is high. It's just a fact. And then other nursing agencies, they're booked out. I can understand the demand is high. So we're getting there, and we will get there, because I do need nurses only now, and the NDIS is understanding that, and my support coordinator is advocating big time, because she is a registered nurse and she's used to working with medically complex patients. So I'm very blessed, I'm very lucky with everything that's flowing that direction. It's just been too slow. It's done damage being too slow, as you've seen. It's harmed me, it's harmed Sir. The system isn't perfect, but it could be worse. You know, I always think like that. Life could be worse, and it's not. So, and soon I'll be doing my, you know, physiotherapy in the pool, hydrotherapy. Now look, I'm not going every day for 10 minutes, because the PEM, anyone with ME/CFS, meaning bad immune system, you got EBV or some kind of virus or infection and you never recovered. There's always an underlying cause, by the way. Keep looking. So, but it's real. The PEM is real. Oh, and I've been PEMing. I wake up from a solid night's sleep, and even Sir's like, oh my gosh, you fell asleep. And, you know, it's rare that I fall asleep before him and he's watching TV still. And it's like, he's like, this is weird. This is not normally the way around. And I said, yeah, I know. And then I wake up and I just want to go back to sleep. I'm so tired. But I'm persisting to see where it's going to go. I know I'm risking things. I know you people with ME/CFS are going, you are crazy, girl. I know. I'm a rebel. I'm stubborn, and I won't give up. And that's why I think I'll survive as well as I can. The body decides it, but you know what I mean. Like, I am strong, and I will keep pushing my body to its limits till it behaves. But yeah, I'm not coping with sequencing in showering anymore. I'm going backwards. A lot of regression in speech, in counting, in spelling, writing. It's bad. So I probably will do some kind of work on it, but at my age and with the life-threatening condition I have, what's the point in doing? I can type. I do this editing. I don't need to be able to write again properly. Like, who cares? If someone gets a card from me and it's all messy and there's crossed out mistakes, if they love me, they'll accept it. You know what I mean? Something's not sitting right with my OCD, and it's because of the cleaning. It's not her fault. She does an amazing job to remember where things go. This is what it's like to work with an OCD client, okay? We are difficult. But she's patient. She doesn't mind. She's like, my mum has lots of things, so she's used to doing it. I'm like, thank you, because I think a lot of cleaners don't like all of my things. It's like, but I'm autistic. These things mean a lot. And guys, when I was a child, before my parents divorced, I had lots. And after the divorce, I had nothing. I had nothing. And so every single thing I own, I polish, I dust. If the cleaner's not doing it, of course, like she does it for me, but if I see something, I'll just dust it, clean it, whatever, because everything is precious to me, because I didn't have anything. My mum was that hippie. It was like, outside is the toy, go and explore. And it's like, with what? Sticks and things. Sticks and things, okay. But anyway, I don't disagree, as in hobby farm life was the best. Playing in the street when we moved to the city was the best. Kids were good with me in those days because they'd baby me because of my delay. My brother would look after me though and make sure, because he's only 2 years older than me, that everything was okay. So I did okay. But I used to have a lot of falls and a lot of accidents. Dyspraxia is a bit of a problem. I was never allowed to have a drink at the table with the family because she's going to spill. You know, she's going to spill. She's going to mess it up. Turn my candles off now. I've shown you my candles because they're so pretty. But this isn't... Oh, I love this. I love this. I feel like a real YouTuber. Joking. So the house is getting back into being clean because I've had her back now. Oh gosh, has it been a month? She comes once a week. I think it's been a month. And this just takes the pressure off my support workers who, you know, they're here to do, yes, the nursing, but they're also going to be here to do anything that needs to be done. So whether it's popping to the chemist for me, making my salad, helping me to like get my salad for my meals, or helping me to have my snacks because of my gastroparesis. I have about 10 meal times a day, which does work very well actually on the body. But yeah, so I think we're getting there. I don't think I'm far from this drama being over, but we all know the system isn't the best and it could be better. But I am always an optimist, and I always think that surely I'm not the only one. It'll get there. So now I have a job to do. I've got to clean out my fidget boxes. It's funny, my cleaner was like, what are these boxes? You know, like, what's in these? They're makeup boxes, right? The little heavy sort of boxes that you get in pretty colours and things. I'm like, oh, you'd think they're makeup, wouldn't you? I do have a makeup one, you know, still from Dad's days. And I'm like, they're full of fidget toys. I collect fidget toys because, you know what? I do well with fidgets, guys. Like, if I'm in a meeting with, whether it's my OT, whether it's my support coordinator, I am like, yeah, like, I need this. Anyway, it helps. It helps. Sometimes I'm using it when I'm editing. So basically, yeah, everything is going the right direction, but I'm not impressed with the system, how it is, but I guess there is a system. I've got some things. I'm in a okay position. It could be worse. And as for my health, well, we're still fighting for that. But my lawyer is, as soon as she's free, she has only had funding for 1.5 lawyers. So anyway, she will get to me because she's been watching this for years. And she knows that it's just wrong. This medical is just treating me really bad, guys. It's against my human rights, my disability rights, my medical rights. It's shocking. It's shocking. And rare is just, in Australia, ignored when you're an adult. It's just like, just deal with the fact that you're going to die. Just go away. It's really unfair. You don't get treated like a cancer patient. You just don't. They have a lot of charity, and chemo earns money, and that's why they get the support, and they deserve it. But sadly, so if you're going to donate to a charity, please donate to rare syndromes somehow. One of them, all of them, if there's a rare sort of place. And if you have a rare syndrome, please be part of any studies going on, because we need to have all these up-to-date stuff done. to give to these doctors. And also, I mean, just look at the Disability Discrimination Act, 1992. Things have changed. It's 2025. We need to update it. So that's the goal of this thing that it was on an audio readout, computer readout thing, because I'm dyslexic. I can't read anymore. I look at things and I'm swapping numbers and letters like I'm in primary school again. So when I do the banking, which is my job, on the Excel spreadsheet, when I'm actually doing a payment on the bank, he has to check. And I'm like, right, tell me if that's correct, the reference number, tell me if the payment's right, because it's so easy for me to pay like the wrong amount because of the where the decimal point is or something. It's bad. It's bad. And guys, as an adult that's worked so hard to become where I'm at, and to go backwards, it's not fun. So if any of you have had the same thing or are going through the same thing, just know that if you're doing your best, that's all you can do. And you matter. Your needs matter. So anyway, I want you to focus on getting your needs met. So if you've been rejected by the NDA system, apply again. Get a new doctor, write more reports, go and get more testing done in case, you know, some of your diagnoses are incorrect. I had many incorrect diagnoses that I look back now and it's like, you're an idiot. And I don't mean to be condescending, but it's true. The cockiness of doctors has gotten out of control, and it has actually swayed, especially women, being diagnosed with what they've actually got. Thank goodness for genetics, because it's not wrong. So when I was diagnosed, I couldn't, because see, normally I argue it. It's a bit like autism. I was like, are you sure? Really? And I thought kids are autistic, right? But with 22q, I was like, it's DNA. See, I studied DNA psychology. It's like, oh, well, I'm missing DNA building blocks. I know what that means. And I know what autism used to be called when I was at school, what I was called, mentally retarded. I'm glad they've changed the name, but I wish that they would treat it with the same intensity of the old name. That's all I wish for. So, pray for me that it doesn't go any further with this decline, man, because I have worked so hard, and I will keep trying to undo it, of course, but you've also got to live. Just live. Just, guys, just focus on living. But yeah, anyway, when it comes to NDIS supports and what you need, just keep fighting for your rights, because they don't just give it to you, which is actually not okay, because when you look at the theory of the laws, it's not okay, but it's not being policed. So you just got to approach the right providers, the right people who work in the system, get your good medical documents all in line, OT, speech therapy, whoever you've got that works with you, neuropsych, whatever, to make sure you've got your documentation, because you deserve support. Just like the elderly, they're not getting enough support either. They're in the same position as us disabled, and the world is not disability friendly. Like I said, look at what I have to do. If I want to go, and I really want to go back to watching theatre, you know, going to theatres and watching acting live shows. I love it. It's my thing. I was at a theatre art school. It's my thing. It's how I've learnt to be looking neurotypical, even though I never pull it off when I go out there. But anyway, people always realise the mask always just kind of slips, and I don't even have the ability to have a mask. It doesn't help me at all. People are mean. But basically, I'd have to ring ahead to find out, is there a position that I can be with my wheelchair? It's a bit sad that we're in 2025 and that's the case. And if you're not aware, there is no disability self-serve checkouts in any of these big department stores, any in Australia, guys. And the disability trolleys, rare. The ones that you attach to the front of your wheelchair so that your carer doesn't have the stress, rare. See, neurologically, I've got an electric wheelchair and I can use it on good days. But if I'm neurologically not good, not a good idea. So anyway, yeah, guys, there's a certain level of sometimes just acceptance for survival. Don't always be in fight mode, because it's not worth it. It's not just your fight. Just know that there is people out there fighting. I highly respect this disability lawyer for doing what she's doing. I think that for the common good, this is amazing. It is just amazing. So just know there are people out there trying to make the world a better place for people with disability, including my channel. I want to make it a better place for people with disability. All of you are welcome here. I do not exclude. I do not bully. The only comments I exclude are nasty comments. Or argumentative comments. It's like, you know, there's many ways to say a differing opinion, and you can, but when you say it rudely, sorry, I've got a code of conduct on my channel for you guys and for me. No disrespect. So anyway, I hope that that's updated you. There will be some more fun videos. I've still got the doll's house to build. I've got Halloween to set up for. And of course, we've done the Harry Potter thing. So, well, you haven't seen probably all the episodes maybe before this, but you will be seeing them all. But that's exciting. And then after that, well, it's pretty much getting ready for Vlogmas. But what was I saying? What was I getting ready for? Oh, see, just have blanks. I don't know what I was going to say. But anyway, I've got to get back into my art too. And I want to do some watercolours in my bed. Sir got me this really cool tilt table thing that can go on my table to tilt it up like this way, so you can just paint watercolours. And I got watercolours from Shein that are iridescent, pearlescent. The question is, can I be an artist in watercolour? And that's the bit I'm not sure about. Anyway, I'm still going to do more love hearts with my deep pour resin that I've got to get rid of. And I have still been decluttering. So I'm being very self-controlled lately, which means that I'm obviously content. And I think we need to remember that, guys. No matter what you're going through, you can find peace. Okay? Don't let any outside noise or any stresses take away from those days, those moments where you can grab that peace. Grab it. The world is pretty brutal and unkind, and so yeah, we all need to be a bit kinder to make up for that. So I hope you guys are going well. Comment below if you have any disability tips that you have done around your house to make it more accessible and easier and more functional for your disability, because someone else might read that and then they get some kind of idea for their home. So anyway, I thought I'd show you a few of mine. Like I said, I've got the stools everywhere. Very good one for fatigue. But yes, so I can't show you my art room at the moment because I've got a person here that's selling and they needed to put their stuff in my spare room while the home open. You know when you have a home open but it's not allowed to look like a home? It's fine. I understand. Been there, done that. So yeah, we've got like all this cat stuff in the art room. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm sure Sir won't be far away with some food shopping and fresh food. I've been enjoying grapes. I'm looking forward to the fruit season. In Australia, we're going into spring, summer. It's the fruits. I'm ready for the fruits. I'm ready for the nectarines. I've been eating little round things. Grapes. Anyway, the brain is broken. It's okay. I'm alive. So tell me what you think of my new backdrop, including that. Winston's here. Oh, he looks like he's drowning down there. Yeah, he's there. So Peter Alexander, that's your Winston. He's gorgeous. So I'm loving this. It brings happiness to the corner. It was a blank corner. And I was trying to keep teddy bears there, but my cat, Willow, keeps nudging it, and then it falls over all the time. He's so funny. He's so cute. So anyway, let me know below how you're going, because I'd love to know if you're going okay. And just know that you fit here, because the world, let's be honest and not talk rubbish, we don't fit. We don't fit, but we fit with each other. So just remember that you're not alone. There's so many people with disability, and people like Sir who are the carers of disability. It's a big deal, and we all matter. So take care. I love you lots, and I will see you in the next video. And I've still got 2 more balls to do, 2 mini balls to do. So I'm super excited to do them because I love anything miniature. And then once they're done, that's going to inspire me to get the doll's house made. But that's going to require Sir, because doll's house making is wood, and I'll probably hammer my thumb, fingers, and do more damage. I've already got this. This is a TikTok dance. It is not better. And I need to get the scan. So we're going to get the scan. I'm going to get the one down the road. There's one just down in South Perth that is old-fashioned, really tiny, and just, they know me well, because I have to get like my calcium in my brain checked every now and then, and many other things. And yeah, they're just really good, like, because I say to them, I'm autistic. I don't know instructions, one at a time, and I get really confused. And I'm dyslexic, I don't know left or right. So just say that hand, that leg, 'cause I don't know. You know, and if I clarify, please don't get mad at me. It's awful. It's awful when you have a psychosocial disability, but people look at you and go, but you don't look autistic, or you don't look like you're struggling. It's like, no, I have intellectual delays, guys. Like, and then they do realize by the end of the appointment, they're like, she's different. They realize you can sense it, and it's like, but yeah, they're kind down there. Whereas other places that are busy, no patience for people like me, and it's like, I can't be different. It's awful. I do my best to please, but I can't be what I'm not. This is my brain. It's how it is. And I'm successful as an autistic, and I'm sure most of you are. I did amazing things, considering, you know, only 1 in 5 people with 20Q get married, have kids, do tertiary education. I have beaten a lot of odds, and I put that down to my mum being tough on me, and some parts were good about being tough on me. Other parts were just unacceptable, but the other parts were good. So always push a little hard, but not too hard. So take care. I'll see you in the next video.